Hello everyone and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. We're going to explore how full-stack, AI, and career-focused bootcamps are transforming tech training. Our focus is on project-driven learning that creates industry-ready engineers, ready to meet the demands of recruiters and employers. We'll also look at how we're building job-ready tech teams through applied learning. I'm Avinash, and I look forward to sharing these insights with you. Let's get started. We are based in Hyderabad, India, and our approach focuses on providing practical, job-oriented curricula specifically designed for engineers. Our goal is to ensure that the training we offer aligns closely with industry needs, preparing engineers to hit the ground running. By centering our curriculum around real-world applications, we help bridge the gap between academic learning and the skills demanded by the tech industry. This regional focus allows us to connect more effectively with local industry partners and tailor our programs to the specific requirements of the regional job market. Ultimately, our mission is to develop engineers who are not just technically skilled, but also ready to contribute immediately to their product teams. Let's take a closer look at why many graduates often miss the mark when it comes to job readiness, and what recruiters should actually be targeting. Starting with common graduate shortcomings, the first point is that many students have limited real project experience. This means they might understand the theory, but when it comes to applying their skills in a real-world setting, they're often unprepared. Next, we see that their learning models tend to be overly theoretical. While a strong theoretical foundation is important, employers are really looking for practical skills they can see and evaluate. Moving on, there's often a gap in deployment and maintenance exposure. Graduates might know how to code, but they might lack experience in deploying applications and maintaining them over time, which is crucial in a production environment. Furthermore, there's a noticeable gap in practical skills related to AI, cloud, and full-stack development. These areas are rapidly evolving, and hands-on experience in these technologies is essential. Another issue is code quality and production readiness. Many graduates struggle with writing clean, maintainable code that can be deployed reliably without issues. Additionally, there's often a lack of familiarity with AI and cloud toolchains. Understanding how to work with these tools is becoming increasingly important as they dominate modern tech stacks. Now, let's look at what employers need from new hires. The top priority is having engineers who are ready to perform on day one. They want team members who can jump right into projects without extensive training. Following that, deployment and CI/CD experience are critical. Employers value candidates who understand how to automate deployment pipelines and ensure continuous integration. Next, clean, maintainable code and comprehensive tests are essential. This ensures the software is reliable, scalable, and easier to update. Project portfolios that showcase end-to-end work are also highly valued. They give employers confidence that a candidate has practical, hands-on experience across the entire development lifecycle. And finally, familiarity with AI and cloud toolchains is increasingly important. As these technologies become standard, having practical knowledge in these areas makes a candidate much more attractive. In summary, closing the skills gap involves not just technical knowledge, but also practical experience and understanding the full scope of the development process. By focusing on these key areas, we can better prepare graduates for the demands of today's tech industry. Let's take a closer look at how our approach is designed to help you learn, build, deploy, and ultimately get hired with industry-ready skills. Our SkillMatrixs approach emphasizes project-driven career paths, which means you'll be working on real-world projects that mirror actual industry scenarios. This hands-on experience is crucial because it prepares you for what employers are really looking for, and it helps reduce hiring risks for companies by demonstrating your practical capabilities. When it comes to getting hired, we incorporate mentor feedback cycles and clearly demonstrate workplace expectations. So you're not just learning skills, you're learning how to succeed in a professional environment. As you progress to deployment, we give you exposure to CI/CD pipelines and deployment practices, so you understand the full delivery process, from testing to release, making you more confident in managing real projects. During the build phase, our curriculum focuses on job-oriented skills and real-time use cases, supported by mentor-led guidance and industry-grade coding practices, ensuring you develop high-quality, collaborative work habits. Finally, learning is at the core of everything we do, with a curriculum designed to meet industry needs, so you're gaining relevant skills that directly translate into your career. All of these elements come together to support your growth and success in the tech industry. On Slide 5, we're diving into the course structure of our 45-day Fast-Track Bootcamp. This program is designed to build full-stack development skills with a focus on practical applications, including AI integration. We start with foundational modules covering MySQL database design, queries, and how to work with ORMs and migrations, giving you a solid backend base. Then we move into Node.js, exploring runtime environments, tooling, and developing scalable microservices. Next, we cover Spring Boot for server-side development, REST API creation, security, and testing to ensure robust backend services. On the front end, we introduce Angular fundamentals, focusing on component architecture and building responsive, user-friendly interfaces. Throughout the program, there's a strong emphasis on hands-on labs, mentor-led sessions, and continuous assessments to reinforce learning. We also offer flexible customization options, allowing corporate cohorts to tailor modules to specific reskilling needs. The program is structured into core modules, electives, and a capstone project, enabling progressive skill development. Moving into the AI electives, participants can choose to explore retrieval-augmented generation, AI agents, and orchestration patterns to automate workflows. These electives include practical DMOS like RAG pipelines and model hooks, helping learners understand how to incorporate AI into real-world solutions. For those interested in deployment, we cover deploying REST APIs with Spring Boot or Node.js, along with creating production-ready code, documentation, and demo presentations, all aimed at preparing you for recruiter-ready portfolios. Finally, students will develop end-to-end projects that integrate core and elective skills into cohesive applications, culminating in a comprehensive capstone that showcases their full stack and AI capabilities. This slide highlights how the program combines technical depth with practical impact, ensuring participants are ready for real-world challenges and opportunities. So this slide outlines our intensive 6-week journey, where we took participants from the very basics all the way through to deploying a complete capstone project. It's designed to be a fast-paced, hands-on experience, so let's break down what that looks like week by week. Initially, in week 1, we focused on the foundations, covering HTML, CSS, and JavaScript fundamentals, along with coding standards. This creates a solid base for everything that follows. Moving into weeks 2 and 3, we built on that foundation with Angular. Here, participants learned about creating components, managing routing, handling state, and making the UI responsive, essential skills for modern front-end development. Then, in weeks 4 and 5, we shifted gears to the backend. Participants worked with Node.js and Spring Boot APIs, integrated with MySQL databases, and implemented authentication. This phase really deepened their understanding of full-stack development. Week 6 was all about deploying a real, working application. We focused on deploying the app, creating comprehensive API documentation, and maintaining a repository with tests to demonstrate end-to-end delivery. The capstone project itself was the final deliverable, bringing together API integration, end-to-end testing, and pair programming checkpoints. This ensures that participants not only develop technical skills, but also learn collaboration and project management. Overall, this journey exemplifies how we guide learners from the fundamentals to deploying real-world applications, preparing them for the demands of the industry. So, over the course of this intensive 6-week journey, we've taken a deep dive from the very fundamentals all the way to a fully deployed capstone project. It's a fast-paced, 45-day full-stack bootcamp designed to give you practical, hands-on experience. During this time, you'll not only build a deployed application, but also create API documentation and a repository with tests that demonstrate end-to-end delivery. This means you'll have a real project that showcases your ability to develop, document, and test a complete application. The capstone project represents your final deliverable, where you'll integrate APIs, run end-to-end tests, and participate in pair programming checkpoints. This process ensures that your project is robust, well-tested, and reflective of real-world software development practices. Looking at the structure week by week, in week 6, you focus on backend development, working with Node.js and Spring Boot APIs, integrating with MySQL and implementing authentication. This solidifies your understanding of server-side logic and data management. Weeks 4 and 5 are dedicated to the front end, where you'll learn Angular, covering components, routing, state management, and creating a responsive UI. This part really brings your project to life visually and interactively. In weeks 2 and 3, you build your foundational skills by mastering HTML, CSS, and JavaScript fundamentals, along with coding standards. These are the core building blocks that underpin everything else you'll do. And finally, week 1 is all about setting a strong foundation, getting comfortable with the basics so you're ready to tackle the more advanced topics in the subsequent weeks. This structured progression ensures you develop a comprehensive full-stack skill set, ready to deploy real-world applications by the end of the program. Let's explore some practical ways we can leverage generative AI, RAG pipelines, agents, and workflows to make a real impact in the classroom. First, we'll look at AI-powered learning tools that incorporate human-in-the-loop review, data privacy controls, and strategies to mitigate hallucinations, ensuring that the AI remains reliable and ethically sound. Next, we have validation and safeguards. These are essential to ensure that our AI systems are performing correctly and responsibly. Moving on, there are hands-on applications like code suggestion labs, demoing retrieval-augmented generation, or RAG, and automated testing and deployment exercises that help students engage directly with the technology. In terms of classroom applications, AI can assist with coding suggestions and streamline development workflows, which speeds up learning and cuts down on repetitive tasks. We also see how AI agents can automate tasks such as testing, deployment scripts, and managing routine classroom workflows, freeing up educators and students to focus on more creative or complex activities. Further, RAG pipelines, where we index data, retrieve relevant information, and then synthesize it, are perfect for demonstrations and student projects, allowing for more dynamic and interactive learning experiences. Finally, understanding the fundamentals of retrieval-augmented generation involves grasping core concepts like models, prompts, fine-tuning, and being aware of hallucination risks. Teaching these responsibly is key to developing trustworthy AI tools in educational settings. Overall, these AI strategies and tools are shaping a more efficient, engaging, and responsible way to enhance classroom learning. Let's take a closer look at my background as a senior full-stack architect with over 13 years of industry experience. Throughout my career, I've not only built a strong technical foundation, but also focused on sharing knowledge through training and leadership. I emphasize conducting demo sessions that align with trainer standards to ensure effective learning. When it comes to recruitment, I believe validating skills through short demos or technical interviews is crucial to find the right fit. Our curriculum is carefully aligned with technical interview standards, which is a key strength because it helps bridge the gap between training and real-world hearing expectations. I also prioritize structured training paths and feedback loops, which enable scalable mentoring and continuous improvement. My hands-on expertise in system design and implementation is another core strength. I've mentored over 1,000 learners, providing practical, real-world architecture experience that they can apply immediately. Lastly, my background spans both startup and enterprise environments, giving me diverse exposure across different architectures and delivery models. All these elements come together to support the overall goal of preparing skilled, industry-ready professionals. Let's take a closer look at what sets our approach apart. We emphasize project-led learning, where students work on real-world projects, guided closely by mentors to ensure they develop practical skills. This mentorship is key to achieving measurable placement outcomes, which we track through clear KPIs and support from employer testimonials that validate our success. We also prepare candidates for the hiring process by offering interview and soft skills coaching, making sure they're ready to excel from day one. Our small batch mentoring allows for personalized guidance, and mentor recommendations help connect students with the right opportunities. Another important aspect is our focus on real-world project work, which helps students build a solid portfolio evidence to showcase their skills. Tools like SkillMatrixs help us identify skill gaps and track progress. In contrast, some traditional programs have drawbacks, such as sparse employer feedback, weak portfolio evidence, large cohorts with limited mentoring, and a curriculum that's often theory-first. These factors can hinder meaningful skill development and successful job placements. Overall, our approach aims to be more practical, personalized, and outcome-oriented, giving candidates a true competitive advantage in the job market. In this slide, we're focusing on the different target groups we aim to serve and the most effective channels for engaging with each of them. First, we have the Who We Serve section, which outlines clear candidate profiles. For corporate clients, we recommend establishing custom reskilling partnerships. This approach helps companies develop tailored training programs that meet their specific talent needs. Next, for recruiters, providing clarity around candidate profiles and experience baselines is crucial. It ensures they understand exactly what skills and backgrounds to look for, streamlining the hiring process. When it comes to employees looking to upgrade their skills, our strategy involves working with them directly through cohort-based hiring and bootcamp partnerships. This method fosters collaborative learning and practical experience, making skills upgrade more accessible and effective. For professionals considering a career change, such as career switchers, we suggest engaging them through campus drives and internship pipelines. These channels connect students and recent graduates with real-world opportunities early on, easing their transition into new fields. Finally, for students and recent graduates, especially engineering students, our focus is on building a pipeline of fresh talent. Engaging them through campus initiatives helps us attract passionate, eager learners who are ready to grow and contribute. Overall, each target group requires a tailored engagement approach that aligns with their unique needs and career stages, which is essential to our overarching strategy of fostering skill development and talent mobility. Now, let's look at how our blended boot camps operate, combining mentor-led cohorts with a strong focus on placement. Our approach is centered around clear pathways from training to a career, making it easier for participants to see how each step leads to measurable hearing outcomes. We schedule cohort-based enrollments with fixed start dates, ensuring a focused and structured learning experience. The curriculum is paced to keep learners engaged and progressing steadily. Our hybrid model blends online sessions with in-person labs and workshops, providing flexibility while maintaining hands-on learning. Mentor-to-student ratios are carefully maintained, so each cohort has dedicated mentors offering personalized, hands-on guidance throughout the program. This support is crucial for success, especially when preparing for the job market. Speaking of jobs, we emphasize placement-oriented outcomes, covering interview preparation, employer matching, and career coaching, to help participants land their first role or advance in their careers. Finally, we see corporate training as a future growth channel. Building deeper relationships with employers through bespoke programs allows us to tailor training solutions to their specific needs, creating a sustainable pipeline from training to employment. This integrated approach aligns perfectly with our overall mission of transforming education into tangible career opportunities. Now, let's take a closer look at the phased growth plan laid out on this slide. Over the next 12 to 18 months, our roadmap is designed to progressively expand our SkillMatrixs platform while fostering deeper collaboration with recruiters. In the initial phase, which covers 0 to 6 months, we're focusing on core expansion. This means building out the foundational skills, expanding our AI modules, increasing batch capacity, and enhancing capstone projects. For recruiters, this opens up opportunities for pilot hearing and trial collaborations, allowing us to test and refine our offerings. Moving into the 6 to 12-month mark, we enter the skill diversification phase. Here, we'll introduce new tracks like AI and create structured certification paths. This phase also involves securing corporate tie-ups, which means more structured hearing pipelines. Recruiters will benefit from these developments by engaging with more diversified talent pools and establishing stronger partnerships. Finally, in the 12 to 18 months phase, we aim to scale our offerings and focus on placement. We're launching new tracks in cloud and DevOps, creating certification pathways, and forming strategic corporate partnerships. For recruiters, this translates into access to certification partnerships and well-organized hearing pipelines, making it easier to connect with qualified candidates at scale. Overall, this phased approach is all about creating staged collaboration, starting small with pilot hires, then moving toward certified pipelines, and ultimately achieving full-scale placements. It's designed to unlock more opportunities for recruiters at each stage, while steadily expanding what SkillMatrixs can offer. Let's take a closer look at what employers are really seeking today. They want talent that is job-ready, which helps to shorten the ramp-up time once new hires join the team. This is especially important as organizations look to onboard new employees quickly and efficiently. One of the biggest trends we're seeing is the rising demand for full-stack developers and AI specialists. These skills are becoming crucial across many sectors, driving companies to seek candidates who can hit the ground running. There's also an ongoing need for scalable training programs and entry-level hires who are prepared to grow into their roles. Recruiters are focusing heavily on building pipelines of talent that are not only skilled, but also ready for immediate contribution, meaning upskilling and ensuring entry-level candidates have the necessary skills is a top priority. Skills that reduce onboarding time are highly valued because they directly impact productivity. Employers want to see candidates who can quickly adapt and start delivering value. Naturally, this focus on reducing ramp time makes the quality and relevance of skills even more critical. In terms of talent supply, India stands out as a robust ecosystem for IT hearing, with a strong network of recruiters actively sourcing candidates. The country's large pool of tech-savvy talent makes it an attractive hub for companies looking for scalable talent solutions. However, it's important for candidates to keep their skills current. The tech landscape evolves rapidly, so continuous upskilling is essential to stay competitive and relevant in the job market. Across sectors, there's strong and sustained interest from employers in hearing skilled professionals, especially in areas like full-stack development and AI. This growing demand reflects the broader trend of digital transformation and innovation that's happening worldwide. So, in summary, employers are looking for talent that's ready to contribute from day one, with skills aligned to current industry needs, and they're actively investing in building strong pipelines to meet this demand. Now, let's look at some practical KPIs that recruiters really trust when it comes to hearing graduates who are truly ready. First, we measure impact by gathering employer feedback and reviewing portfolios to validate the outcomes. This helps us understand how graduates perform in real-world settings. I recommend combining both quantitative KPIs, like test scores, with qualitative evidence, such as employer testimonials, to get a complete picture. Next, we assess interview readiness through demo interviews and scoring. These give us a tangible sense of a student's ability to perform under interview conditions. We also quantify learning progress by tracking improvements in tests and portfolio quality over time, which shows how much a student has developed. Moving on, we look at student skill transformation by measuring pre- and post-assessment gains. This highlights how much they've learned and improved. Shorter onboarding times are another key indicator. If a graduate gets up to speed faster, that signals they're practically ready to contribute from day one. Time to productivity is an essential KPI as well. How long it takes before a new hire actually starts making meaningful contributions. We can collect testimonials on their readiness, collaboration, and skill fit to add a personal touch to these metrics. Employer feedback, especially qualitative reviews from hearing companies, also demonstrates hearing success and helps us see the effectiveness of our program. The placement rate, or the percentage of graduates who find jobs, is a straightforward but vital measure. We assess their coding quality, problem-solving scope, and presentation skills as concrete evidence of their capability. Lastly, the quality of the capstone projects, their portfolios, and the rigor of their final projects serves as a strong indicator of their readiness and technical competence. Altogether, these KPIs form a comprehensive framework that ensures we're not just tracking numbers, but truly understanding how prepared our graduates are for the workforce. Now, as we reach the final slide, let's review the key takeaways. First, remember that our goal is to help you enroll, partner, and hire industry-ready talent efficiently. Joining the SkillMatrixs journey means you can reduce your time to hire while simultaneously improving candidate readiness, which is a critical advantage in today's competitive market. Our value proposition focuses on faster hearing, better fit, and practical skills, getting you candidates who are prepared to hit the ground running. You'll receive vetted, role-ready profiles quickly, streamlining your recruitment process. For recruiters, the next step is simple. Request candidate shortlists and participate in live walkthroughs of the candidate pipeline and curriculum, so you can see exactly how we prepare talent for your needs. On the partnership side, consider co-creating training programs that align directly with your hearing requirements, ensuring a perfect match between skills and roles. We also offer clear enrollment paths for upcoming cohorts if you're interested in piloting partnership programs. And for students or learners watching today, don't forget, you can enroll now at SkillMatrixs.com to start your journey toward becoming industry-ready. All these points come together to support our overarching theme, building a seamless, efficient pipeline of skilled talent that benefits everyone involved, companies, recruiters, and learners alike.